Good morning, scholars. It's a High Five Friday, and you know what time it is. It's time to get in the game. Well, let's get started with our Pledge of Allegiance. Scholars, at this time, please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. It's now time for a moment of silent reflection. Okay, scholars, what's our game plan? We're going to participate, practice, and be present. It is now time for the morning announcements. Let's get right to it. Next week is Hispanic Heritage Week, and you see the days below. We're going to do dress-up days next week, starting with Monday. We're going to wear blue and white to represent the flag of Honduras. And then on Tuesday, we're wearing red, blue, and yellow for Colombia. El Salvador on Wednesday, wearing blue and white again. And then Mexico, red, green, and white on Thursday. And Friday, we're wearing red, white, and blue to represent the Dominican Republic. We will have a special program next Thursday to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, but know that it's all month long. It lasts from the 15th of September to the 15th of October. All right, so scholars, just want to remind you about our safety habits. If you are not feeling well, you stay at home, right? Make sure that you are feeling well when you come to school each day. A lot of scholars sneezing and coughing. Those are cold and flu symptoms. You need to make sure that you are checking yourselves and make sure you're staying safe each and every day. If you have a fever, stay at home. If you get a COVID test, you need to stay home until you get the results. All those things are going to help us stay safe. Washing your hands regularly. How many seconds? That's right, for at least 20 seconds long. And I know you remember all of these things. I love seeing you all drinking your water bottles. That's good, healthy habits for the inside of your body. So make sure that we're doing everything we can to keep each other safe. Fall break is not next week, but the week after that. So only 5 more days in the building until fall break. No school. You tell your parents, don't bring you to the building. There won't be school that week. We will have Kona Ice next Friday. So if you missed out today, we will have it again next Friday. All right, it is time. One of my favorite parts of our Friday. It is time for High Five Friday. There's the music. So here we go. We're going to congratulate Miss Grant's class, Joseph. He always tries his best. Miss Howell's class, Jace and Leonardo. Jace for trying his best to be an example in class, and Leonardo for being respectful and helpful every day. Miss Langley's class, we have Jonathan, who turned in money that he found on the ground. I was there. Somebody lost their money and he turned it in. So proud of you for being honest, Jonathan. And Miss Dan's class, Jacob, he stays on task even when it is difficult. And Miss Leoto's class, Vivian, she works very hard, encourages her classmates, and has progressed so much. High five, scholars. In Miss Goins' class, we have Brooklyn and Zeno. These scholars have read over 100 books already. That's amazing. In Mr. Sears' class, we have Keegan L. for showing great improvement with being respectful to his teachers and his classmates. In Miss Bryant's class, Johnny and Griselda for being accountable. In Mr. Pell's class, Diego H., he has been trying his hardest in everything he has done this year. I'm very proud of his progress. Keep up the great work, bud. And in Miss Wilcher and Miss Lex's class, Melanie, for being kind to others and always ready to participate in class. High five, scholars. In Miss Abdullah's class, we have Vanessa, Alea, Carlos, Deanna. We have Malia, Isabella, and Caden, believing they could do it and pushing through the hard moments. In Mr. Blackman's class, we have Dana for roaring and being a leader. In Miss Fleming's class, we have Josue S. for always trying his best and being a good friend to everyone. In Miss Mitchell's class and Miss McDowell Litzy for being kind to others and demonstrating roar behavior. In Mrs. Millen's class, we have DeMonte and Edward and Miles. They had the top RI and MI scores in the class. High five to each of you, scholars. In Mrs. P.Q. Owens' class, we have Zara, Juliana, Mackenzie, and Avante for always having a positive attitude and making sure all assignments are completed on time. In Mrs. O'Rourke's class, we have Darion. He shows how to roar on a daily basis. In Mr. Rod's class, Kylie. Kylie is always willing to help others. I love that. Mrs. Jones and Mrs. Thornton's class, we have Miles for always trying their best. In Mrs. Pierce's class, we have Carter and Andrea. These two show roar always. They show that roar behavior always. So high five to all of those scholars. In Miss Gamble's class, we have Francisco for being helpful in the classroom and having enthusiastic participation during group instruction. Miss Olawala in Mr. Pell's class, she's giving a shout out to Carlos D for the highest Imagine Learning usage in first grade. In Mrs. Davis Smith's class, the whole class for their flexibility and willingness to adapt. In Mrs. Reed's class, we have Malin, Diego, and Marion for working so hard every day to learn English so they can participate in class. I love it. Dr. Bryant's class, we have Eduardo, we have Layla, we have Noemi, and we have London and Corey, consistently being accountable and responsible for their learning. High five to all those scholars. In Miss Coffey's class, we have Brianna. She's always roaring in the classroom by being respectful to her peers and teacher. She's always willing to help others. In Miss Sarpy's class, we have in rotation 1, Dervin and McKenna, and then rotation 2, Allison. These scholars consistently roar in math. In Miss Morrison's class, we have Ontavius. Ontavius is always on task and trying his best. In Miss Lee's class, she's giving a shout out to Ruth in Miss O'Rourke's class, who has the highest usage in Imagine Learning in 4th grade. Miss Cantu's giving a shout out to Dylan H in, I believe, Miss Campbell's class for highest usage on Imagine Learning in 2nd grade. High five, scholars. In Miss Panthier's class, we have Walter H. He has the highest usage on Imagine Learning in 3rd grade in Miss Bryant's class. In Miss Campbell's class, we have Kevin, who's being respectful, Denoris, who's being orderly, Dylan H for being accountable, and London for being responsible. They do their best each and every day. And then in Miss Atwater's class, we have Allison for always showing roar behavior. We're proud of each of you scholars. High five. And guess what? Your name can be on here. We have a lot more weeks of school to go. So I'm proud of each and every one of you. And thank you, teachers, for giving the shout outs to these scholars. They sound so amazing. And guess what? So are the rest of you. So guess what? We're going to highlight you. I know it's coming up soon. So show something, some roar behavior that you can be recognized for, and we will be glad to call your name out. So high five. Everyone have a great weekend, but we're going to get our day started with that's right, Bryant Bengals beliefs. Now, scholars, it's time to repeat after me for our Bryant Bengals beliefs. Today, I will make a difference.
Today, I'll make a difference.
I am bold.
I am bold.
I am smart.
I am smart.
I am confident.
I am confident.
I believe in myself.
I believe in myself.
I am destined for greatness.
I am destined for greatness.
I am learning to unlock my potential.
I am learning to unlock my potential.
I am a leader.
I am a leader,
Not a follower.
not a follower.
Now watch me.
Roar!
Awesome. Let's have a wonderful and great day of learning.